my name is Niek. I'm a B-boy from Holland, the Netherlands. It's a tiny country in Europe, and I'm here in Canada with the Quebec B-boys. My crew is the Ruggeds or Rugged Solutions, and I'm 24 years old. This many. I grew up on the countryside, like small town, like maybe 1,000 people live there, you know. And yeah, so I grew up, you know, like, how can I say? It's like really family orientated part of Holland, you know. So a lot with family, with aunts and uncles and stuff. And yeah, I think you can tell, like, by the way I am, that's my background, you know. Like, yeah, I'm not a city person, or not a real, like, city person, you know. So yeah, I think that always is a kind of a drive for me, you know, to like, yeah, to be like somebody from Holland, from all countries, you know, and then from a small town, but you go everywhere in the world. You battle, you dance, you exchange with people, you know. So it's like everybody has their own background. It's nice.
And what do you do apart from b-boying?
Apart from b-boying, like for fun, I do a lot of stuff, but as a job, I don't, you know. Like I like to do wakeboarding. I love movies, love watching movies. Yeah, chilling with friends, cooking, eating food. I like, you know, so yeah, like a normal person, but then instead of having a 9-to-5 job, I do 24/7 breaking. So how would I define a b-boy? As somebody that breaks, you know. And yeah, like there's a lot of people, they say, yeah, this is a break dancer and this is a b-boy. To me, like, I think you have just like really good b-boys and really bad b-boys, you know what I mean? But for me, it's not that much of a, how do you say, like, there's only one style that's truly b-boying, or another style that, like, maybe that's more athletic, that people say, yeah, that's a break dancer, you know. I think in every aspect of our dance, there is like a form of creativity, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like whether you only focus on power, or you only do tricks, or you only dance or listen to the music, you know what I mean? So for me, there is, like, I don't know, different aspects, you know, to breaking that I personally like. So I don't really know how, you know. I'm just lucky, I guess. Like, I'm blessed to be able to travel and like meet other people, see other cultures, you know. Like, and I think when you start traveling, that's kind of where you get your motivation, you know, and like that's what gets you kind of ahead of certain people, because you see so much, like you get so much information, so much knowledge, you know, from like visiting other places and seeing like people in Brazil break opposed to people in Japan break, you know, and everybody dances differently. So yeah, it's like that really helps, and I think that you have to really go for it, you know. Like, if you have the motivation to do it and you don't get distracted, you can like achieve anything, you know. But I think motivation is really a big part of it. If you're not like focused, or, you know, then it ends somewhere for you, you know.
And for you, when do you think it started, like your ascension to the top? Like, what was your first win that you remember that was like the big win?
Like, there was a 1-to-1 to 7 Smoke to go to UK Champs in 2006, I think. And this was like my big break, you know. After that, I did UK Champs, and from doing UK Champs, people saw me and they were like, damn, he's good, you know. And I wasn't that good. I just had like enough stuff for one good battle, you know. But yeah, from there I kind of bluffed my way into like pretending, yeah, I'm a really good b-boy, you know, like, and yeah, like then I don't know, the game changes for you, you know, because suddenly you get like some invitations, so you practice harder, and every time you show up somewhere, you have to pretend that like you're really good, and after a while, you actually get better, you know. Yeah. Me, I love the fact that I get this opportunity, you know, to travel, and I think it's all because of like how international our scene is. I think there isn't that many cultures that are so like connected to each other, you know, even in like other like extreme sports or something, you know, like skateboarding or like those sports. They're like because there's more people, I guess, doing it, you know, you don't need to be that much together. But because in breaking we're so together, you have like you see stuff from Japan, from Canada, from US, from everywhere, and it influences, you know, the whole dance. Yeah. So I think in all the parts of the world, you know, or at least where the big scenes are that have been around for a while, they've all contributed in a way to the vocabulary of breaking.
Okay. And what do you think, like, have you seen some changes between, like, you started traveling in 2006 around that, and since like 6 years, have you seen some changes in the scene, or?
Yeah, for me it's crazy, like the amount of progress or not progress, you know, like comes from a few years in breaking. It changes so fast, you know. Now everybody is so like focused on winning stuff, you know, that everybody's really well rounded and everybody gets it nowadays, you know, like it's crazy. So I'm curious, like what's gonna be like the counterpart, you know. Now everybody's so like focused on athletics or like how do you say, having good content, you know, that like the character that you had in 2001 when everybody was just doing like a little air chair or, you know, like little moves is like forgotten, I guess, like, or you see much less of it, you know. Like if you would see b-boys from back then now, you would be like, damn, they are so different, you know. And I think YouTube and that all those communities are so like linked, of course, influences everybody to kind of dance similar, more similar than before. Right now it's just a little bit unstable, you know, because it's like it's not big enough for really good b-boys that do the competitions, you know, to actually make a living off of it, or at least like, how can I say, those b-boys they like they how do you say, sacrifice their school time, kind of, you know, because that's your best years as a b-boy, and then after that there's nothing, you know, like there's like a black hole, and see what you do after that, you know. So yeah, that's for me that's a shame. I hope that there's a way to make competitions bigger or get like more people involved, so that like that it would be more prestigious, you know, and people could actually like make a living off of that. And for the rest, I think, yeah, like the more dances you have, the more like layers you'll have, you know. You have the competition thing, which is cool, and you'll have like cultural events that are focused on purely the dance, you know, and enjoying it, and underground stuff where you have ciphers, you know. So yeah, I think you always need all of them, you know, and they all inspire each layer. But to improve, yeah, I think that's right now, that's the issue, is that you have a lot of competitions everywhere and everything's focused so much on battling, but it's all a little flaky sometimes, you know. Like sometimes you go to a jam and it's just boring because everybody's there like only to do a competition, you know. Yeah, so I think it's a good thing, you know, that it's a part of pop culture now because it inspires youth to dance, you know, like more and more kids will get into dancing, whether it's hip hop or house or, you know, like popping, breaking, like because it's a part of pop culture, you know, so that's a good thing of it, you know. But the other side is that maybe people like the people that make the pop culture stuff, they are never involved in our scene, you know. So like you'll have like movies that real like dancers are like, yeah, it's okay, you know. But there's nobody like making a movie the way a dancer would like to see dancing, you know. So we're missing that, you know, in the whole movie thing and like music videos and stuff. You know, it's always the way it's always been done, but now with dancers from the underground scene.
And do you see like it's changing slowly, like getting people from the underground to do more movies? Or?
Yeah, because the industry, how do you say, like the industry is changing, you know, and the people that are in that game, you know, they're doing their thing. Like Cloud, for example, you know, you can tell he's starting to pull some strings, you know, in Hollywood. So that's a good thing, because then you have, instead of like the guy in front of the camera, you also have the director who knows what's going on, you know, who knows like if you do it like this, it's not just gonna be like a movie and everybody's like, wow, it's in the cinema, but it's actually gonna be super dope to watch, you know, for dancers too. For me, I never lost motivation or inspiration to practice, you know, or to dance in general. Like for me, it's just, I don't know, it's fun to do, you know. Like it's yeah, it's really a big part of my life. So yeah, I never really got tired of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that keeps you going, you know. And the fact that, of course, it's really my job. You know what I mean? Like I travel so much and I do so much stuff that is a motivation too. I think if I wouldn't ever travel, I would dance less. You know, I would do other stuff. But now I'm like, maybe I want to do this, or you know, maybe you wanna, I don't know, do like kung fu or whatever. But you're like, I have to like focus on dancing too. You know, so yeah, I think that keeps me motivated. You know, like just the traveling and the fact that I always think it's fun to practice. You know, I never practice because I have to. Uh, yeah, it's such a difficult topic, you know, because it's really a big thing. I think it's anyway. It's good that Dizzy's doing it, you know, with R16. So you like everybody can slowly see like, is this better, or you know. I think it's a good thing to have a system, you know. I just don't know if it'll work, you know. You have to watch a lot of battles being judged that way to see if it's better. But anyway, it's way clearer for everybody, you know. A judge can say like make up a story, you know what I mean? Like, because the evidence is there, and people that are watching it, they understand like why maybe the power guy didn't win, you know, when they thought he was more amazing, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing of the R system. Yeah, man, I'm curious if it's. I never danced like with the R system, so I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. I hope that like my crew and myself like inspire people to like express, you know, and have fun instead of focusing too much on trying to be clean or be perfect, you know. Like everybody should dance a little rugged, you know. Like there can be some mistakes in between, and you know, like it's about the music and just basically enjoying yourself while you're doing it, you know. don't take it too seriously, or don't take yourself too seriously. So yeah, man, I hope that people just remember me like, oh yeah, there was this guy, you know, like maybe 10 years ago, and people will watch the videos and go like, I like what he did, you know, like, we'll see. I don't know.